Hello there! Have you been to board game conventions? In this vlog, I want to talk about 5 tips how to survive board game cons, and stay tuned as well. We have a few board game celebrities that will share you their experience and tips how to survive board game conventions. Coming up! Hi everyone, it's Stella here from Meeple University. Welcome back to my weekly tabletop diary. Our passion is to bring you a variety of quality board games on video, just like this one. So if you are new here, welcome and glad you found us. Please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button and the bell button so you get notifications of our new video. We have been to a few board game cons or general gaming cons or other cons even. We have the smaller one, the bigger one. There are a lot of stalls, more opportunity to play board games that we haven't played, play testing new board games that hasn't been out there. So a lot of reasons why you go to con. We found that because there are a lot of people, it could be a little overwhelming. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my 5 tips how to survive board game cons from number 1. My number 1 tip is to research before you get there. Obviously you want to know, or you would have already known, where it is exactly, what the parking or how to get there, so you don't get overwhelmed when you get there, before you get there. I would normally look at some apps on the phone. These days it's very intuitive. They have a lot of apps that you can have a look at the maps, or even if they provide the maps there, take the maps there. If you can, have a look at what areas you want to go. So prepare to go there, or before you go there, prepare where you want to go, what you want to do, does help in maximizing your enjoyment. Tips number 2, look after yourself and your belly. I would highly recommend to bring plenty of water to drink. Because it can get a little hot inside the room of many people. So having water handy will just keep you hydrated. I myself personally, I get headache if I don't have enough water that day. So water is very, very important for me. Also, bring a little snacks with you in the bag, of course, if it's allowed. Most board game cons that I've seen, they usually just allow you to bring your own food. So bring your food, even a little snack. If you're hungry, just munch on a little bit before you have your big lunch. Because in board game cons, there are times where there are not that many foods available, or it can look like this. Number 3 is bring suitcase or trolley or bags or something like that, especially if you plan to buy or get some bargains like we did last time. We've got some bags. We've got an IKEA here that sells cheap big bag, only about $1, so we just brought a few of those, put those in our bag or backpack. And if we've got board games, we can just like put everything in the bag and carry it with us. Some people are bringing even suitcases, something in the wheel, so you can just wheel it around. It's just easy, because it could be a bit of hassle after the whole day bringing a lot of board games. That can take a little toll on you, so that's really handy. My 4th tip is to wear something comfortable. Especially us girls, we don't want to wear high heels going to conventions unless you did kind of cosplay and maybe you want to do it, but bring a second pair of shoes, comfortable shoes that you can walk in. Because in conventions, you never know, you might just walk all day, you might park far away, so you get uncomfortable, and that might just contribute to your whole experience. So yes, bring shoes to change if you have to wear cosplay high heel shoes, or just wear comfortable shoes and just wear comfortable clothes. And last but not least, tip number 5, mentally prepared. As with other board game conventions, there are usually a lot of people in the conventions. Everywhere you look, it will be people. Of course, they're probably in a similar boat as you. They just go to convention, enjoying themselves, wanting to get bargains, wanting to play board games. So, you just gotta be ready and think about they're the same. And with all the 4 tips that I've mentioned earlier, hopefully this part also will help you when become more relaxed, more comfortable. If you feel a little bit overwhelmed, there's nothing wrong in take a breather. Just go outside somewhere in the park, just take a breath, take a deep breath, and when you're ready, you come back. I sometimes feel a little overwhelmed, but usually when I get to get the good part, which is playing board game, my focus just go to learn the rules, how to win, not always win the game, it's just fun to play games, and I forget about anything else. And then before you know it, it'll be 3 hours. So, I'd like to know how you deal with conventions. Do you just enjoy it, have no problems at all? Do you find it is a little bit overwhelming? Or maybe you can share your tips as well for all the viewers here. Don't be shy, we're just a small community here. Write in the comment sections below so we can just take your tips and learn from each other. Now I have the bonus videos. I've gathered some tips from those quite well known in the board game industries, board game celebrities I call them. They've been to a lot of board game cons. They are happy to share you the tips and their experience on those conventions. Now, let's check them out.
Hi, we are the Dice Men Cometh here in the Edge Radio Studios, live on air. We've got a song playing at the moment to talk to you about what we think you should be doing when you go to your board gaming conventions.
We do. So by the way, I'm Gar.
I'm Mark.
I am Leon.
So tip number 1, you need to stay hydrated, people. These days are long, they can be hot, they can also be sweaty. You gotta play the long game. Keep that bottle of water or juice or a milk-based beverage or something a little bit stronger if it's get closer to the end of the night. You need to keep those liquids in you and occasionally get them out. That's my tip.
And keep the cold and flu tablets back in the hotel room because you're probably going to need them.
Yes, absolutely.
I think what you've got to do is you've got to play those games that you don't get a chance to play. So many people take their games along to conventions. Try something new and try it with someone new. You never know who you're going to meet and what's going to happen, but you're bound to have fun.
Yeah, that is definitely my number 1 tip for any convention is you've got to play with strangers. If you walk past the table and you like the look of a game on the table, ask them about it, talk to them. They could be your next best friend, who knows? And you could jump into a game with them, just do that all the convention and you absolutely love it.
One other thing that they often have at conventions is like a math trade or a second-hand table or something like that. You can pick up some fantastic bargains. It's also a great way to get rid of those games that you're just not getting to the table anymore, but someone else is surely going to appreciate them. So give that a try.
Absolutely. Now to round this little thing up before we go back on air, if there's a game on your list that you need to buy because it's hot, get there early, get in the line and pick it up. Because on big conventions, they sell out on day 1. So do not say, oh yeah, I'll just go back and pick it up because I don't want to carry it around all day. You won't be carrying it around because it'll be gone. Get in early.
You'll be crying in your beer, that's for sure. Anyway, we're the Dice Men Cometh. Enjoy your convention and thanks so much for listening.
And follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Dice Men Cometh.
Or catch us on iTunes in the podcast.
Bye.
Hello, Stella and Tarrant, and everyone at Meeple University. If you don't know me, I'm Ferdinand the Cardboard Stacker, and my advice to survive a gaming convention is to either take a break or to rest. Now, even though you're going to try to max out your time to play as many games as possible, I think it is a good idea to either take a break or to rest from time to time while you're at a convention, especially if you're spending a couple of days, 3 to 4 days at one of these events. Now, even though you are just playing a bunch of games, having a lot of fun in there, all this playing and all this excitement is still going to give a lot of stress to your body and to your mind. And if you're not spreading yourself out and you're just trying to condense everything in those few days, you're just gonna really wear yourself out and you're not gonna have a good time at the con. So here's my advice to you. So after you play a very large game, multiple games, going to a very long event, or even volunteering at a booth, it will be time to take a break. Now, one of the things I like doing, if your hotel is either nearby or even in the vicinity, you can just go back to your room, take a 10, 20, 30 minute nap, or even do some stretches to get the blood flowing again, since you're just sitting all day. Now, if you don't have a hotel room to quickly retire in, you can just find a quiet place. Say you eat outside the con, or even a lobby if that's quiet enough, and just take a few sort of minutes there and maybe take a nap if you can. And another good place, if you are nearby one, is to go to a cafe to either refuel or to buy some snacks. And if you want to, you can even write in a break in your schedule, so to remind yourself, this is the spot that I need to take a break in. And so taking a break and relaxing is my advice to you when going to these gaming conventions. I'm Ferdinand the Cardboard Stacker. If you're not seeing me relax, I'm going to remind you to keep on stacking games.
Hey there, I'm Jen, the board game librarian, and you would see me on the Dice Towers Board Game Breakfast, also with Stella from Meeple University. Thank you to Stella for including me on this video on gaming conventions and my tips. So the first one my husband and I ever went to was Gen Con in 2015. We were doing some demos for Ares Games, War of the Ring, and Battle 5 for 5 Armies. We'd never been to a gaming convention before, large or small, so we had no idea really what we were getting ourselves into. Of course, you do all the planning beforehand, you pack in your luggage, and as ready as you can be. Something that Matt and I, my husband, really like doing is staying not super close by. And I don't know if anyone else is going to recommend this to you. I think it's wonderful if you can to stay close by, but at the end of the night, I want to go away. Like, you've done all the socializing and networking and playing games with people. And even on like Gen Con nights, I like being asleep by 11 o'clock so we can wake up by like 7 and get ready to go back to the convention as early as possible. I have no idea how people stay up until 2 in the morning, then get up for 6 and start playing again. If you can do that, that's awesome for you, but we're not necessarily those people. So we generally pick a hotel, whether it's Gen Con or PAX Unplugged, that's farther away. A, it's cheaper, and B, it just gives you a sense of separation between the con and your vacation too, because that's what this is, a vacation. Yeah, we do pay to park every day, but it's also nice having the car there that we can jump stuff off and start packing stuff away for home. We also love bringing lots of water, snacks, food, eating 3 meals, and just making sure you're sleeping. Sleep. Lots of sleep. Hope you found this tip helpful.
Thanks for the tips, guys. Well, I hope that helps you in surviving board game conventions. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button and share it with your friends who you probably think would be beneficial to learn these tips about going to conventions. If you want to join a community that loves board game just like you, we have our new-ish Facebook group, Meeple University Community. Just check that out, join it. We talk about board games all the time, could be anything. And finally, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you get notification when we have new videos. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching and see you next week.